Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations. Whoa, those look like they're coming at me. Got the air conditioner on. It's a little bit warm, and since this room is now the warmest room in the house, yeah, it was cold in the winter and now it's warm. It's one of those rooms. Fun, huh? All right, it is Friday. It is time for Paper Pumpkin Play Date. I cut my head off. And I have two fun folds for you. One easy one that I accidentally put together instead of just planning it out, and then one that I've planned it out. And here comes our little friend, Benji, to say hello. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we have our paper pumpkin box. It comes to you in the mail each month when you have a subscription to it. And there she is. Well, let's see if she moves out of the way. Okay, Benji, keep going. Keep going. All right, let's put her over here. See if she'll stay out of our way while I'm doing this. All right. So it's a subscription, comes to your mailbox. You can do 1, 6, or 12 months. I don't think they have the 3-month anymore. I could be wrong. I haven't looked at it in a while because I usually just do the annual subscription. So, or you can do month to month where it just deducts from your card each month. It's pretty much the same price. Either way, just with the prepaid, you're paying the shipping up front, and with the other one, it's already all rolled into it. So let's see. I think that's all I have to say on that. My brain, I gotta reset. Wasn't expecting Benji to come down. Before I move on though, I do want to just remind you that July 10th is the deadline. Today is the 3rd. And so you have until the 10th to subscribe for this happy birthday one. Hooray for birthdays. Then we have August 10th. The textured card bases and envelopes. You can see that's going to be super pretty. Kindred Greetings. And then we have Aspens of Gratitude. That will be September's hand-painted watercolor design. And let's see, for all of them, it's 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs with the coordinating envelopes. They have different, let's see, this one has holographic foil accents, pre-cut paper pieces, printed stickers, and the Stampin' Spot will be a timid tiger, and it's 2-step flower stamps, and they let you build multicolor blooms. All right, so there'll be some multicolor blooms. This looks like it's very similar to the dies. All right, so I did the 3/4 dies. This is them right here. So we have the circle, we have this big leaf, and we have the 2 flowers. So that's, the flowers are definitely going to tie in to that one. And then we have this one. Looks like the circle may tie into that. Pre-cut paper pieces, intricate pre-cut card fronts, gray and white twine. And then you will get a gray granite spot. Stampin' Spot. Card bases and envelopes have textured linen-like feel, so that's going to be super pretty. And then of course this one with the leaves, it's going to make 10 cards, 5 each of 2 designs with 10 coordinating envelopes, pre-cut paper pieces, self-adhesive gem embellishments, and you will be getting an early espresso. So hand-painted watercolor, and this one's going to be 10 cards. That's always cool and different. All right, and I wanted to say happy 4th of July. I finally finished this card, kept forgetting to show it to you. And so this was from last month's kit. I went ahead and I die cut the Happy July. This is from an old paper pumpkin, so I just stamped it, fussy cut it out, and put it on there. So this was the dies from this 2nd quarter. All right, and then I didn't really do anything fancy on the inside because it's kind of too late to mail it anyways, because today's a holiday, right? So I messed up. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our kit. Scissors are pretty much all you need, but I like to have, these are my 4 favorite tools, my 4 favorite most used tools. My scissors, which are currently out of stock, my take your pick tool, my tweezers that comes from the set for the what is it? The heat embossing, and then my bone folder. These are my 4 most used hand tools, besides, you know, the trimmer and the stamp and cut and emboss machine. But these are my 4 basic tools that I use the most. Let me put my phone on do not disturb because it keeps beeping. All right, so then here are our no-fail instructions. So you can see we have all the instructions, easy peasy, tells you where everything goes. Here are the stamps that go with it. All right, oops, I put those in the wrong. I flip-flop those, but otherwise they're the same. And then here are the ingredients, and then the colors that coordinate are basic black, calypso coral, crushed curry, lost lagoon, old olive, pecan pie, and silver. All right, let me set that aside. And we have our stamps, and we have you in your very first kit, you get a clear block to use. You get your stamp and spot. I went ahead and grabbed this one to use. And we got some twine. There's some adhesives. So here are the cards as designed. Have a lovely day. And I think, did we put the bike in? Oh, no, we put the flowers and the butterflies on the inside of this one. And we did the bike stamp halfway on there. For this one, we have best wishes. And we did the flowers just in the corners there. And the bike half on. I kind of like that half on look. All right, and here is a full bike, and we have the bike almost all the way on there. And let's see what we do on the inside. We just did some butterflies, changed it up a little bit. The dies that go with this quarter are these here, the wonderful, the butterflies, the flowers, this sign, and the fireworks. I realized I haven't even used some of these. I used this one, and I think I used this one, but I haven't used this. So I think for next week, we're going to go ahead and pull that in. We have our chipboard to use, and then, of course, we have our silver butterflies. All right. And then we have our adhesives that came. Now, this is the card that I made, and I just kind of got on a roll and forgot that I wasn't supposed to make it all the way. I was just supposed to plan it. And this is the one that I planned. And here's all the leftovers that I can still do stuff with for next week. All right, so this is the one. What I did, you can see here, I'll show you the 2 different cards. So we have the yellow card base, and then we have the big bike. So I just kind of swapped it around, and I turned this into an easel card. All right, so I went ahead and did this the same, except I put thank you instead of best wishes. And then I used this to kind of prop it up and put, excuse me, have a lovely day. So keeping it simple, you just fold it in half, and then I put dimensionals on the back of the bottom half of the bike. And then I went ahead and did this like that, just because when you have the bike front, here we go, this piece has the place where you can stamp them, and this doesn't. So there's 2 choices, and one I've already got an idea for another card of that choice, but you can use these from a different one, and you could stamp them and put them in there as well if you didn't want to use this full piece. All right, so those are some possibilities for you as well. And we didn't get, or you can even stamp them and I lost my train of thought. Stamp them and die cut them out. That's the word. All right, so here is my 1 card. All right, so you're just folding this in half towards the inside, just like that. All right, so that was the one that I got on a roll and made. And then with this one, I was like, okay, I need to just plan it, not do it all. So this one, we're not even using a bike. And we're going to do some stamping here, here, and here. And I really like the have a lovely day, so we're going to use that one, and it works beautifully on there. And then we have these flowers, and we have these flowers. All right, and we're supposed to use the Calypso Coral, but mine needs to be refreshed. So I'm actually going to use, I need to re-ink mine. I'm actually going to use my Poppy Parade because I want a bolder color than what mine is giving. You can see here it's not super dark. It's not as rich as it's supposed to be. So I'm going to use Poppy Parade for this. So let's do that. I'm pretty sure my Poppy Parade is juicy enough. I need to just sit here, watch a movie, and juice up all my inks. All right, so that one, yeah, that one's definitely going to be brighter. There we go. Oh yeah, much better, much better. I wanted some really bold colored flowers for this one. And then I think I'm gonna throw you off kilter here. I think I'm going to go with the crushed curry for these other ones. All right, we're gonna go yellow for these other flowers because they don't have to be the exact same color. That looks pretty good. I think red would have looked better there. Maybe, let's see. I don't have any scratch paper. Here we go. Let's clean this off. Let's see if I can go over it. Actually, you know what? I just have another one. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to grab a different color. Let's go with, let's go with the Daffodil Delight and see if that brighter yellow looks good. I have another one of those, so I'll just use it because that just seems too dark. So let's see if the Daffodil Delight goes better. Something brighter. No, that's still, I don't know. What do you think? Do you like the Daffodil Delight? Do you like the, which, should I stick with the darker yellow, the brighter yellow, or should we change the color altogether? Maybe orange? Pink, the Timid Tiger, maybe? I don't know. I'm struggling here. I think I'm just going to go over the Daffodil Delight with the Timid Tiger. Oh yeah, I like that better. I like the orange better. It has a little bit of the yellow behind it, but it's okay. I'm good with that. All right, we'll set this one aside. I'll use it for something else. And then we will use, let's see, what will we use? We've got all this green on here. I think we're going to go with the, I think that's, is that Lost Lagoon or Pretty Peacock? That's Lost Lagoon. Let's go with Lost Lagoon. I know, I'm just going off base completely. Where's our sentiment? Here it is. I'm going to go with Lost Lagoon for our sentiment because it ties in this color here, so it's all good. See, that's a little bit light. Oh, it's white on the other side. We won't use that. Or no, white works. We're going to try that again. I need to juice my, I need to re-ink. I need to re-ink. There we go. That's better. All right. I got a whole bunch of piles of inks over here. So we're going to take this and we're going to fold this in half. Where's that bone folder? I love my bone folder. All right. We're going to use a little bit of our linen thread that came in the kit. All right, we're going to do this over here. Oh, you know what? We should do this last to make sure that's where we want it. Let's do it last. So we're going to start off. This is our ground. This is our grass. This is our planter. So I'm going to stick that one right there. And I'm going to go ahead and use my liquid glue instead of the glue dots. So stick my planter right about here. Let's see, is that the right spot? Yeah. All right, so we're going to stick that planter right there. Then we're going to put dimensionals on the back of this one. And I'm going to use, instead of the minis, I'm going to use my larger ones because I prefer my larger ones unless I have some small bit area to stick down. All right, so we're going to do that. Whew. All right, and so that's going to be over here because this is my planter, like that. And then we're going to put dimensionals on this, and it's going to kind of sit right in front. Here we go. But we have to remember where it crosses over, we can't put anything. So we're going to have these down here. Oh, come on. Like that. Ooh, that may be a little bit too far over. We're going to move that out a little bit, like that, and overlap it here, like that. All right. I want these here. Then we're going to put this here, like that, as if the sign is hanging down. Like that. Make sure it's even. There we go. And then we're going to stick this. I think I used the right side. Hopefully I used the right side. And we're going to just slide that up under there. All right, so have a lovely day. And then I think I am going to go ahead and use this on the side here like that. And I got a lot up there. All right, we're going to tie it in a cute little bow. All right, here we go. All right, like this. Bring it under like that. And this is where I love glue dots for helping me tie a knot or a bow, because I can place the glue dot where I want it. Usually I'll use a smaller one, but this one is what was here and came with it. And then what I do is I roll this up just a little bit. Oh, can't even see that. Here we go. Let's do this. All right, so we're going to roll that in where it's more of a little line. And then we're going to glue that down. There we go. All right. All right, there we go. Have a lovely day. All right, so I like how we changed out the colors. I think that looks good. They pop a little bit more. I will make sure to get my Calypso Coral done up so that, or re-inked, not done up, but re-inked so that next week it will work better and we can use it. Although bringing in other colors is also the fun part of everything. Oh, we need some butterflies. Here we go. Let's do some butterflies. So we will do, come on, butterfly over here. We'll do butterfly over here. And we'll go ahead and do a third butterfly right there. All right. I think that turned out great. I love how it came together. This was a great way to use that as a flower box. How fun. So here is that card for today. And here is this card for today. All right, let me back out of there a little bit so you can see it better. All right, so there we have our 2 cards. Thank you. Have a lovely day. And then you can write what you need to write. You can write up here on the inside if you want. And that way they can display it, but they don't have to show what you wrote inside. All right, so I think that's all I have for you today. This one was a quick one because I goofed and made one of the cards ahead of time. So I'll have some more cards for you next week. Tomorrow is July 4th, but I am planning on doing a live for you. Let me get the card. I made a card for my son. So he asked, not for him, well, for him to give. So he asked for a wedding card for a friend of his from college. And so I'm going to show you how to make this card tomorrow. And it stands up like that. All right. It is called, or the gal who I saw it from, she called it a double gatefold card. But to me, this is more like a Z fold card. So I might rename it. I don't know. It looks like a Z fold card to me, not a double gatefold, but a type of double Z fold. So anyways, this is a 5x7 card. We're going to go ahead and do a larger one, and then I can show you how to make an envelope, or you can just buy a 5x7 envelope. Now this is all retired stuff. I think all of it's actually retired because I just looked and this just retired. And then this was the paper left over from this packet of paper that I had. But here is the card. So I just wanted to show you. I'm going to go live tomorrow. I'm not sure what time yet, but I will give you notice. I'll take a picture of this and post it so you can know. We're going to make a card this style. I'm going to use different paper and everything, but we're going to make a card like this. Isn't it pretty? I just love how it turned out. I was very pleased. And I can't remember. I want to say her name might have been Haley. She was from the UK, not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, just somebody else on YouTube that I found the card, and I just really loved how it looked and thought it would be great as a wedding card. And then on the back, I did cut out the little wedding cake. All right, so tomorrow, July 4th, I'm going to do this live, and we will see how it turns out. I'm sure it'll turn out just fine. I'm still trying to figure out which stamp set do I want to use, and I'm thinking I'm leaning towards the Waterside Retreat. So join me tomorrow for that, and we'll get to play. Now, if you're out and about doing barbecues and whatnot, that's okay, because guess what? Facebook keeps it on here for 30 days so you can see the replay later. And if it ends up being gone before you get a chance, it's always on YouTube, because I always stream to YouTube at the same time. So you can find me over on YouTube at Junebug Creations 29. Make sure to follow and subscribe over there as well, so that you can know when I go live. If you're not on Facebook very much, then at least you'll get the notification over there. So take care. Have a great rest of your Friday, July 3rd. Many people are probably off today. And I will see you back here tomorrow afternoon for a fun fold card. See you then. Bye-bye.